morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WSAN in the AM. Here, check this out. Bing, let there be light. Well, now, anyway, there's a $1 trillion club. There's a couple of business owners that, trillions of dollars. They have a $1 trillion club. They built these spaceships with cables on them. They're like resorts. They're expensive to live in. And they take you up on the cable that goes up out into the stratosphere. You live up there. Nice, though. And they can pull it back down whenever they want. They're building these things. I mean, right now there's so much competition to have something that people could survive off-world. There's a race for it with these trillionaires, as well as biological immortality, because one of them just put a fortune into life sciences, biotech, and pharmaceutical. Because very quickly, after all this started, with all the blood samples and DNA samples they have, they figured it out. We don't need to be sick, and we don't need to die anymore. And if you got $1 trillion, take a couple of billion or million, whatever they're charging, and you too can have your body fully restored like it was when you were 22 years old. Okay? Vibrant, energy, and the cells don't die. There's no senescence. They figured out a way to mutate chromosome number 8 in our DNA, which causes senescence. And they take a pill, they crack it, and then it never dies, it never slows down, so our bodies keep regenerating new cells. They figured it out with all the blood samples they had and DNA. That's why now listen, I don't know what the cause of killing off all the senior citizens was. Don't tell me population control. Tell me they don't want to give back Social Security. I believe that. Now, when kids were in elementary school here, they were forced to take 2 vaccines when they were in elementary school, or not. They would be not allowed back into school. And they said it was for sexually transmitted diseases. They didn't want the kids, when they get into high school, to spread sexually transmitted diseases. It was 2 vaccines. What did they do? Kill off the senior citizens and then make the young kids not be able to have kids? You know, what was in them? All right, well, anyway. And the medical professionals got nothing to do with this. They're just told, yeah, this is the new treatment. The hospital, that's like the bottom of the... I'm talking way up. Offshore laboratories, okay? Where they got like Dr. Frankenstein working over there. And so, why are they building these ships? Because the air on Earth is contaminated. It's not going to get better. They're stopping it. But it's just another thing added to our plate as humanity keeps moving forward with the technology. All right, so that's what they're up to. Look, what about us? I'll tell you what about us. We stand in line, 6 feet apart from each other. We don't talk. We have everything delivered to the house by drones. The contact we have with the outside world is what we get when they stop everyone from communicating to each other and they just feed us the information. But they do it now, but they don't do it from like one person telling you all of the information that you need. You get it from the internet. But sooner or later, why the internet? I can just tell you, right? That's what they're believing. So if I could tell you and you're believing whatever I'm telling you, don't you think that they don't have us the same way? Now, how do you know if what I'm saying is true or not? Okay? Now, they're not going to do that with one guy until the future. And then it'll be like a dictatorship where he controls everything. I mean, why would the chemtrails? Aluminum. We breathe that in, man. That's a tracking device. That's tracking. Okay, and the 5Gs light us up for the tracking. that had nothing to do with the vaccines. That was a whole other thing that they did to us for this. Preparing us not to talk, 6 feet apart, mess us up with all the caffeine, alcohol, sugar, and nicotine, and what's coming into our brains, which is too rapid for the human brain. What's happening is the brain is going into a beta state. It's breaking because information is coming in so fast to these kids that they get like this. And with the lack of sleep and everything. So this is what this is their plan for us down here. And not going out, not walking around with any currency in our pockets. Everything is on your keychain or digital or when you walk in the store. You know, Amazon, the smart stores from what do they call it? That town I was just gonna say I forgot. But they got the smart stores. You walk in with a carriage, no money. It knows who you are. It knows your products. It tells you where you get them, and you walk out without paying. It comes right out of the bank. Because anybody that pays you will not be paying you in cash. Your salary will go right into a bank, and then whenever you walk around and need stuff, it clicks it up for you out of the bank. I mean, look at this. You could go in and order a cup of coffee an hour before you get there, or 10 seconds before you get there. Well, this is where, the older generation than me, we learned from people, school, and then parents if you had them, and each other, and Playboy books. Then all of a sudden, the technological revolution occurs, and bada bing, bada boom. The kids don't need to listen to our stories anymore, these great things that we grew up. They're getting greater things on the web. So there goes the parenting out the window. They did this. They stopped you from writing script, right? Because everything's going to be digital. And then they're going to shut it all down, and you're going to have one person telling you what to do. And you're going to be fat. Your metabolic system's going to be messed up. You're not going to live long. You're going to be like this, eating all the fast food, sentient beings. They're plugging us with sentient beings, man. Killing us with sentient beings and sentient being products. Force feeding it down our throat every chance they get. Commercials, right? Automobiles, pharmaceuticals, and communications. And what's the other one? Food. Fast food. Food. All right? Everything's multicultural now, which is great. That's nice. Everybody at peace. That's how they're showing it on TV, at least. That's something to aim for, which is good. But they're making everybody feel like that's how we gotta live. Keep up to the Joneses. Well, anyway, they steer us in the direction they want to go. Who did this? There's a movie, I'm going to get you the name, where they talk about the first computer that was able to send a message to another computer. They call it God. They put it in a room. AI, right? AI is their name for God. And it took over. Nobody realized that it was so fast. The computer AI took over everything, man, and it's doing what it wants to us. People don't control this. Why do you think all the politicians are walking around here? They don't know what to do. They gave power to this thing, and now they can't stop it. And it's organizing humans the way it wants to. Okay, by feeding... Listen, 13 channels years ago on the television, right? When I go to work the next day or I go talk to you, you know what I saw. I know what you saw. There was a commonality between people. Everybody in the family had to watch the same show. There was one TV, so it was commonality. What they did was it made the TV so cheap that now everybody watches their own thing. Now people don't talk to each other. That's how it happened. It's science. And then with the masks and 6 feet apart, you know what's coming. Come on. You don't see what they're doing to the next day? They're seasoning them for this. And then you know what they do? Then they take the technology away from them forever. And now you got a bunch of bag of meat with eyeballs walking around. Then they gather you up and they use you for whatever they want, humans. While they're in their little things that they're building off the planet. What are they going to use us for down here? Because they don't give a shit. They're not letting us in on the medicines that cure your shoulder in 3 days if it's broken. And tendon. Right? They got that stuff. They got cancer cures. They got life, immortality. They're buying it. But what about us? Okay? Because they're way above the insurance companies. They own countries and mountains and stuff. For real. And they're not devil worshippers. Okay, the people I'm talking about. These are people that want to progress. But they're not going to give it to us. Once you're in that level, man, you live in your own world up there. You can help as many people down here as you want, but you're going to save your own ass and your people up there. Well, this earth is contaminated and everybody's being tracked. Then they take everything away from us. And you know what's going to happen? See, they don't know something. That computer doesn't know God and the heart, how we feel him. They don't know that the computer. It could just make, takes facts, put them together. It doesn't really have that element that we have. So we will prevail. I'll tell you why. Because when they shut everything down and humans are going, not talking, and no more phones, and they're all dying young because of all the Coca-Cola and all the tobaccos, right? Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Everything. We're human beings. You take everything away from us, and you got a bag of meat with eyeballs. That's unhealthy. No brain. Because they shut everything down. Hospitals stay open, law enforcement stays open, civil service stays open. Right? But all you people going to work every day that are on computers, ATM machines, do all your banking, come on. Now, when everybody has a blank mind and they shut things off, after 2 or 3 years of that, right, where they got us in line and no one's talking, you know what's going to happen? We're going to make a conscious evolutionary jump. We will begin to speak telepathically. Because however we communicate on the phone is the closest thing to mental telepathy and communicating with other people around the world without speaking we have. Right? Look at what we've made. Think of the things that the humans have made. All right? Came from the top, comes down to the bottom last. You know what's going to happen? Everybody's mind is just going to say, we can't take this silence anymore. We can't talk anymore. Boom! Conscious evolutionary jump. Everyone's going to be communicating mind to mind. And then you know what? They're not going to be able to know how to handle it. It's going to be too much at one time, everybody's voices. And then everybody's just going to snap. And then we got complete control over everyone. WSAN in the AM. Whoa. I just wanted everybody to wake up. That's all. Be careful with the technology. Trust God. You tie up your camels. There's something big gonna happen. Okay? They don't let us know. They let us know when we see on the TV and on our phones. Each other dancing. They do all stupid shit instead of getting together. Hey, we want that too. Hey, God bless you. Where the hell does all this shit come from? I'm making it up. I'm making it all up. None of that's going on. Okay? That's how a conspiracy theory is formed. WSAN in the AM, waking everybody up. Let's take care of business.